Hey friends, I'm Logger Mack and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. You might be wondering, what the heck am I doing out here in the woods? Well, I'm a logger. And this is what I do on the day-to-day. Hope you enjoy. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but I got a new set of tracks. P-Wags. Loving them so much. Lots of grip, obviously. They're, brand new, but they're doing great. Loving them. I'll keep you guys posted on this product I'm trying out. And not many tracks of this design in our area yet. It's a traction pad and a flotation pad, one then the other all the way around. And so far they're doing great both ways. So yeah, as you can see, we got the traction pad, flotation pad, one then the other. It's a great setup. Now I know some of you that are watching are probably loggers, and some of you are probably just curious about what we do on the day-to-day. So I'll just explain a little bit of what's going on here and why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is a marked hardwood thinning. You can see here I got my pile. This beech tree here was designated, as was the maple. So what happens as these trees grow is they start to close in on each other in the canopy. The tops start to get too close together. That's when a logger comes in, thins these kinds of stands and makes it healthier again, gives the trees more room to grow. So that and disease mitigation, clearing out diseased trees. This beech tree actually would only have been here a couple more years at this point. That being said, that beech tree itself is not healthy. And there's so many of them. There's a few in here that aren't marked. They're going to be considered habitat trees, like this one right here next to me right now. Or this one right here. Don't mind that, that's just always been there. The warning, so. Just gonna make our trail right here. And that's just garbage. It was marked, designated for the cut, but no timber in that. That's money paid with no return. Alright, we gotta take one out of here to get at that guy, get the head around it, put it where I want it. That'll end up staying in the woods. There's a little guy behind him. We're on it good. Watch the bar come through the cut. Watch the top come around. Make sure I don't get hit with none of it. Check the butt for defects. Looks good to me. Check my diameter. That's 12. We can cut a 10 out of that. So that'll be a log. It's a hard maple log. Next one's a little lumpy, a little smaller, so we'll cut 8-footer out of it. And then one more 8-foot, that one will be a bolt. So that's kind of what I do as I do this. Now the computer tells me a lot more than just my length and my diameter though. It's got a prognos, it'll calculate what it figures is in the tree. Got a little hard maple in the harvester head right now. There we go. Good weight in that little guy. don't know if you know this. If you're not a logger, you probably don't. We don't get paid by physical volume on a lot of what we sell. We get paid by the ton. So the trucker actually hits a scale right before he goes into the mill, and that's how they know how much as he comes in and as he goes. Is how they figure out how we get paid, or how much. There's a conversion, or you can get pretty close to what a cord is, but diseased timber doesn't pay as good for this reason either anymore. So, like this old dried up balsam stick here, this junker, don't weigh nothing. There ain't no sense in hauling that in hardly, you know? So, if you didn't know, now you know. One thing that's nice about having the tracks on the machine is when I get to where I gotta reach sideways like this, each track weighs 2,200 pounds, so it creates a lot of stability in the left to right reach as I cut these trees up. Well, I've been cutting for a little while since I last talked to you, and I just broke the chain. So let's go throw a new one on. I'll show you all how it's done. First, you got to untangle this mess. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's supposed to be easy. There. It's always that last loop that gets you. You got to get her to that point. Pull it through. I was just thinking, I'm wearing my Roto Beck hoodie today, and it's been almost a year since I put my R6511 Roto Beck rotator on that harvester head. I haven't touched it since. It's been great, just grease. So let's set y'all right there and throw this chain on. So you take your bar, pull it down, put your chain on the chain catch. Set the chain over the bar tip. Now what that does is, I'm not on the driver yet, but it gives me a little slack. Show you guys. So putting it on the driver when the bar is fully extended out of the slide here doesn't exactly work. Now with that, I can use the chain to force that bar back in. It's just a little easier. It's a little trick I learned a long time ago. And I set my chain on the rail on the top. Put the chain into, go too far back behind the driver. You gotta pull it out. It's kind of a pain. It's not terrible. Usually this goes really fast. There, now I'm on the driver. Put the chain down the rail all the way. Force the bar in the last little bit there. Likes to pop back out, you know. Roll the chain over the bar tip. New chains don't got no stretch, so they're a little more difficult. Now you're on. All good to go whack and stack some more trees. Now we're back. Fire the machine up. Flip the ladder up. My cut finishes. Let her go. There we go. Now when I get them laid out like that, sometimes the forks in the stem present themselves in such a fashion that I can cut them off easier before I do anything else. When it's not a huge tree, but a decent sized maple like this one, and cut the fork off of that first, process it up. That all finished up, and then we'll probably take a stick out of the bottom, or two, or three even. shave a few inches off the butt of the tree, get it all squared up, get my face cut gone, or it's not really a face cut, it's more of a safety cut on the front. Safety cut's probably a better way to describe it. It's kind of a crooked 10, but it's all the footage that's in that tree. See, well, friends, all done for the day here for myself. A little bit of wood on the ground left, and I'm gonna go pick the kiddos up, but all in a day's work. It's a pretty successful day. I don't know how much I cut. I didn't keep track today. Next video, we're gonna keep track. I'm gonna teach you how to do your if you're not a logger, unit conversion from cubic meters to cords with your machine, and we're going to take guesses how much to get done in the beginning of the video. So stay tuned. Winter log vlog series starts with today.